Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday of NFP week. How's everyone doing? As you can see in the chat, I did put out a little message. This Friday, we're gonna start stream a bit earlier at 9 a.m. and we're gonna have a psychology coach join us. So, I know a lot of you guys have questions and issues with trading psychology. So feel free to ask your question in the form and in the chat. If you have a question, I'll also put it in the description of the video. Okay. And he'll be doing Q&As. It's going to be Rodrigo. Special guest Rodrigo. He's also, I met him in Florida at the Trader Workshop. He's solid. And also, I know some of my good trader friends who he coaches. All right, we have 2 minutes until the open. Overnight, we have a little slight gap down here. This is not a great start to the daily candle on ES and NQ. We hit my weekly liquidity targets yesterday. What a volatile day yesterday, you guys. Phew, I did trade the afternoon. I traded longs after that 5-minute shift. I traded basically 130 to 2 up to here. And to here on ES, actually, you could see that was my target. And what a freaking meltdown afterwards. I did not trade the heavy drop there. That was crazy to watch. And then a nice bounce there. And now it's a new day, On the 4-hour, we have not shifted structure. We hit a weekly level. We did not shift structure on the 4-hour. We respected this 4-hour bearish fair value gap, right? On both ES and NQ. And ES looks especially weaker. So we'll see what we get today. Tomorrow's the day before NFP. I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow, but Friday we'll definitely be doing streaming on NFP Friday. I always do. And we'll be starting earlier at 9 a.m. I think that'll be a good start to the NFP Friday, have a trader psychology coach. Actually, it's not much of a gap down because we had a little bounce back up into close. So we're actually opening flat. How interesting. This is the open right now on ES and NQ. I'm not in any rush today. Well, it does look bearish. I think we could also have just some price discovery. Is that shirt Starry Night? Yeah, it is. You guys like it? I've had it for a few years now, but I like it. I enjoy wearing fun and bright colors in the winter because it's already bleak outside. That could affect your mood, so I'd rather wear something that will brighten the mood. So this was kind of sick yesterday, NQ, when it broke that 5-minute high. It was pretty much a buy algo there up until this area. Pretty sick. I'm happy I was right about the rest of the New York AM session being consolidation. Yeah, new day. So, I don't really have much to mark out here, except probably just pre-market lows. Looking at the 15 a bit. Put up the stat map today. see what it says. Where was 6 a.m. open? So it looks like on StatMap on the 4-hour distributed to where it potentially could. The open for 6 a.m. was here. Little drop down to there. You know, yeah, I don't really have much of a bias today. I mean, I think we could go lower, but I don't think that there's much to be moving us lower at the moment. Let's see, what's the calendar? We have 10 a.m. news, actually. Okay. NVIDIA's just dumping at the open right now. Little dump from NVIDIA, as always. It's been the theme for NVIDIA the past week. Okay. So, let's see the daily here on StatMap. Okay, yeah, so for more downside, it's not really predicting much more. That's interesting. You know, I'll have the pre-market mark out, and then like this some liquidity, minor liquidity level here, the afternoon. Not much though. I don't really. Wonderful dump to here. You know, I don't know. This was my target yesterday. Daily, I'll mark out the midpoint of this wick. The daily. That's what I think is good. I don't think we need the November lows much. Oh, whoa. That's kind of interesting, actually. Never mind, I'll keep up the November lows. It's pretty much near the 50% of that wick. 237.25. Okay. So let's just let the open. Let them open, folks. Just some pre-market low. ES is a tiny bit stronger. So the ES, interesting. Okay. I think I'd rather just wait until 10, most likely, unless there's some really good setup of like 9:45-ish. But if it's like 5 minutes at 10, I'm not gonna take a setup, you know? I'm not gonna do that. Although like 10 a.m. news, like I will allow myself to hold through that. Is if there is a setup. Don't do that if you're a beginner. NQ is dumping here while ES is still near its like 9:30 open. I can't help myself. Love you and nobody else. Yeah, fair warning that song is stuck in my head. I'm already going to apologize in advance. Okay. So. What do we have here? On the heat map, I wonder what's going on. Really? Okay. Flattish. Tesla's down 1%. Nvidia's down 0.46%. Apple's down 0.6%. Little dumperoni from MonQ. I think that minor, like just that afternoon, like 3 p.m. low, I believe. It's probably like an hourly low right now. Yeah. While ES is just chugging, gyrating back and forth. So I'm gonna wait. We'll have the 10 a.m. here marked out. What kind of news is it? Let me see, I forgot already. At 10, you got ISM services PMI. Okay. It's not very memorable to me. Yeah, you have ES just being a nothing burger. NQ took some minor sell side. There ain't much for me to do right now. Mark out previous day low on ES, I suppose. Happy yesterday was a banger. Because yesterday was pretty confident at going lower, and I do think like Monday, Tuesday, and NFP weeks are probably the best to trade during those weeks. Don't like trading Thursdays of NFP weeks. So, Wednesday is kind of 50-50 whether it's going to be good or not. So far, you have a pretty large divergence between ES and NQ. Let's see here. Was YM just pumping at the open? Yeah. Okay. So the indices are out of sync at the moment. I think that today would be probably a high resistance day. You have NQ probably gonna invert this. I'll just tape read this to see if this inversion works, just to like some minor buy side up here. Because I don't think there's a decent RR enough for me to risk that. It's like a 1R. It's not bad. If it, well, depends where this closes. Yeah, that's not even going to be a 1R because it's going to close way up there and just going to take it out. So, whatever. On the 1 minute would be, yeah, too much. Way too much risk for me there. Not worth it. So, anyway, I'm going to continue to tape read this until 10. But what was I saying? I was thinking today's probably going to be high resistance day. I need to go like get these glasses adjusted better. They straight up fall off my face. Okay. I have to order my blue light glasses again because I want to get the prescription. I keep forgetting. Casio, can you please remind me to do that? Order blue light glasses. I think the best decision I've made, one of the better decisions, especially administration-wise, is hiring a assistant pretty soon after I started YouTube. He helps moderate the chat. Yeah, he does the editing. And also, what does he do? He takes screenshots of any relevant questions in the chat so then I don't miss it. You know, there's no chance I can read like 2,000 messages a day. Especially when most of them are sometimes not pertinent to trading. Okay, so see here, where's the first presented fair value gap of the day? It's this little drop off. It's huge. Yeah, we're having huge ranges this morning. Nothing new. It was probably like 100-point range, 150 points. Let's see, what is it? 139. Nice. 139-point range. Let's see. If you were to do that long in the first presented fair value gap, stop here. I'm not taking this, I'm just looking. I'm assessing risk. No, that's not worth it. Nope. For me, that's not worth it. Can maybe like make it into a 1-to-1. But yeah, I'm okay. It's looking like ugly. Not too bad, but okay. ES is definitely displaced above some highs there on the 5. Inverted this 5 minutes. Quite interesting. It's definitely stronger than NQ this morning. Yep. It looks better on the 2 here. I think it's kind of interesting how it held these. The ES, what's the midpoint of this? Yeah, that's kind of cool too, actually. The midpoint of this wick from the afternoon. This is pretty much November lows, and we paused right there. So, you know, I'm thinking of maybe the possibility of ES providing better longs this morning. The 15 looking pretty good. See the 5. It doesn't look like we'll have a FEG on the 5, which I don't love. Like, I would have rather this closed. That's what I don't love. So it's kind of looking like it's high resistance, so it's probably going to retrace pretty deeply here into like OTE area. Just tape read that. Well, yeah, you do have FEGs here on the 1 and OTE on ES. For the brave people that think that they're bullish. I'm not that brave right now. I think I'd rather maybe wait for another inversion now to the upside. But this is a potential buy zone, TBH, in my humble opinion. See on the 4 hour what's going on here. The daily looks trashy. We're probably going to have an inside day. Like, it's going to be a tough day to handle this. Probably going to, stat map also confirms that because its projections don't even reach previous day low or high. So I'm definitely keeping that in mind. Yeah. So let's see NQ, how it handles this first presented fair value gap again as it reaches back down into it. Before hitting this minor buy side, it didn't even hit it yet, right? Doesn't look like it's doing that great, but let's see here. OTE for this probably is here. Yeah, tapped it now. We didn't really get any SMTs at the lows, right? That's why I also don't really love, right? Yeah, I think I'm rather going to wait for 10 a.m. Unless I see something good, but like most likely I don't really see much here. See potential buy on ES. You want to go for that OTE? See, now it's like hitting the 8:30 open and 9:30 open. See if that's going to be any sensitive or not. For ES. NQ is like below it. Meanwhile, YM's holding strong. YM's holding up on its bullishness, definitely. It's like in the premium. Can expect this price to be slow today because it's Wednesday of NFP week. I am expecting price to be pretty slow and high resistance. So far it's true because the retracements are so deep. Held up, didn't take this slow yet for ES. We'll see if it gains some legs before we're at 10 a.m. Yeah, NQ definitely looking weaker structurally. I'm not going to love if we get so many divergences. Like if NQ takes out this low, I'm not going to love it because, and ES took out these highs with this high. All right, we'll see. Yeah, we retrace into OTE right here. NQ, that leg. It's pretty sloppy, showing that, you know, coming back again into the first presented fair value gap of the day. And where's ES's first one? Here. Yeah, I'm not really putting a lot of... I'm going to delete it just because, like, I kind of just put that up to see if we're going to be high resistance, and I already know we are going to be high resistance day today. So we'll see. Just going to be cautious. We got 10 a.m. news. I'm going to wait until after the news. Kind of neutral / bullish. That's basically my thoughts for today. I just know that today is going to be an inside day. It's going to be a tough day, so you got to pick and choose your battles today. I have a feeling it's going to be an inside day. Unless 10 a.m. news really changes the narrative here. So I'd rather wait. I really love that I learned ICT concepts, because I can't believe that, like, back in the day when I was trading like regular stocks and stock options, I wasn't really paying attention to that economic calendar as much as I should have been, really. Like, I knew FOMC, NFP, but like didn't really know their importance nearly as much. And then also I wasn't really paying attention to the really like the 10 a.m. news releases and such. Yeah. Pretty crazy. And that's not just like a ICT concept, but that's just me talking about how I was not learning in a structured way. Because honestly, there's no like structured way to learn how to trade, right? They don't teach it in school because they want you to be in the rat race. What does school teach you? It teaches you how to be an employee and to be obedient. Don't question authority. I'll just say it teaches you some critical thinking skills, but hey, it's not for entrepreneurs. It's not for anything else. It's merely just a babysitting service most of the time. Another little drop here. Looks like ES did take out this little swing low. So I'm glad I didn't really participate in that, but it's a paper cut for those that did try longs. We'll see what's happening. I don't really know. We're barcoding a lot, right? We're staying in the middle of the range mostly. We're just ranging. So I'm not really too concerned. ES just took out pre-market low. It's just hard for me to be bearish at the moment because we're so below like the open at the moment. I'm gonna wait until 10. No. Yeah, I'd rather wait till 10, then you have the next 4-hour open. And it's more like, it is, I mean, well, honestly, this is quite the close. See in the next 2 minutes how this candle closes. It's quite the heavy close. I'm probably gonna be bearish. Yeah. Probably gonna be looking for sells. The 3 minutes kind of clean on ES. I'll look at the 15. See this 4-hour now? We'll see 10 a.m. open. We have news. So let's see. Let me actually put a little poll in the chat. Hey. Okay. Vote in the chat. Are you bullish, bearish, or consolidation for the rest of the New York session? I like the 5. Most people are bearish, and here you have 10 a.m. open, completely just green Hulk candle. Thank God I just waited. This is insane. This market's kind of insane. Just took out the entire daily, like the range of New York session in this one candle from the news. So that's why it's important to know when news is, so you can stay on the sidelines. Just a 150.1 minute candle. Like, are you joking? Are you kidding me right now? That's insane. Most majority of the chat was bearish before the news. I will say that, like, yeah, it was looking bad. It was displacing there, so on the 3. But hey, now let's see here. What do we got here? What do we got? We took out that minor buy side for NQ. See the 15 here. So gnarly open to the 10 a.m. candle. Come on, that's so funny. I have not seen anything like that. I mean, I have in the last couple weeks, but not 150 points on 10 a.m. news. I haven't seen that, I don't think. It's the hourly on ES. You know, you gotta be mindful of this. Still holding price down. See a 4-hour. It is kind of crazy. I don't really care too much about that, not gonna lie. Okay. This is a 5. Gnarly. I thought it'd be high resistance. It's looking way more like Seek and Destroy. So I'm just being so careful. I haven't taken a trade yet today. So I wait until 10, and then, 10 is kind of confusing to me. Would have rather have 10 just break lower. See on NQ, let's see what the 4 hour is here. 4 hour, okay, 1 hour. I honestly don't love the structure too much. No, I don't like it. I just don't see any, sibbies. With 5-minute sibby from, is this 8:30 news? What was this? 6:50 a.m. Right? That was quite the drop there, so that held the bottom half of that. And then we just kept dropping. So I'm just gonna have this I'm gonna mark that out. Just we end up inverting this, maybe that will end up all being balanced price range and you can go for higher. Other than that, I'm not really gonna mess around too much here. We're still an inside day. These are the hardest days to trade. We haven't taken out the previous day low or the high. Ranging. I'm gonna watch to see if will we continue having some sort of buy program here? Or are we just gonna it'll be so funny if we just slow down here and we don't do anything. Potential. I have a feeling that all the people that are trying to buy that breakout, they're gonna get hurt. It's gonna retrace very deeply. We'll see. This isn't for. I'm not interested in the longing here. Straight up, there's too much risk. 150 point candle to the upside in 1 minute. There's nowhere for me to find a valid, a stop that's not humongous. We'll see on the 5 if this ends up, giving us some displacement. This didn't even close above this. It would have been better if this at least closed above this candle. Then you'd have a potential breaker situation. Right now it's just ugly. This too. Right. This didn't hold this breaker. Because there was no displacements here. So that was a clue. Yeah, I'm not totally in love with this action. Even if it does go higher. So this is that's the hourly. It's the hourly on ES. That pretty much lines up with that 5 minute. I'm pretty sure that's an hourly on NQ then too. Yeah, hourly fair value gap. Do you want to see how that ends up faring? Oh, I like using the GAN box sometimes. It just makes it easier to see. That's why. Just a 50% mark. Now we're creeping higher for now. 2 minutes left in this candle. So yeah, you guys switched biases from mostly bearish to mostly bullish after the 10 a.m. Cool. We'll see if this ends up, being a buy program. It would be good if this candle doesn't get breached. That would actually be nice. Be a potential swing low for 8:30 and 9:30. Open R. So I'd rather watch that. I'm not going to long there, but I'm watching that as a potential indicator that we might be entering in low resistance liquidity run conditions. I'm just keeping an eye. This is pretty much you would want it to respect 50% of that candle. Straight up not on anything right now because I've been watching the 5-minute and I actually hate these wicks. Wow. That's ugly. Yeah, wicks like this are likely going to retrace. Doesn't look like that's gonna. Nope, it's not really any real sensitivity here. So it's looking like a seek and destroy day more and more. You could literally take out this low if it wanted to. Yeah, so Wednesdays of NFP week, you have to understand that it's going to be a harder day. Especially a day after you hit weekly liquidity target, like major liquidity on the monthly, took out November lows. On the weekly, I had this marked out too. Just these lows. So, man, what's the weekly candle looking like? It's hitting last week's low. It's like we've been retesting it, I suppose. Let's see. I'm gonna kind of see where that is on the smaller time frame. See previous weekly low. I'll make that purple. Oh. Yeah. Did we retrace below this 5-minute? What just happened there? Yeah, this didn't hold up. I got this little tiny swing low on the 1. I really don't love this action. I keep saying that. It's just ugly. It's definitely accumulating. I thought it would be funny if, like, you have 10 a.m., huge 1-minute candle to the upside, and then how many more, like, the next 10 minutes of nothing, really? 12 minutes. Just small candles, for the most part. These 2 candles did not hold up. Yeah. As predicted, really. This 15-minute candle's ugly. Couldn't close above these highs. Wicked up. Rejected. I don't have much of a bias. Let me look at the 4-hour on stat map. We have a new 4-hour candle. I want the 4-hour. The opening. Potential manipulation there. Level. And it already distributed to its potential distribution level. Yeah, everything I'm looking at is basically telling me it's a tough day to be trading, and I don't see anything worth the risk for me at the moment. Everything I'm looking at is just telling me it's going to be a inside day, high resistance run, seek and destroy, whatever you want to. Well, this is mostly seek and destroy. It's like it takes out sell side, then immediately takes out buy side, sell side. Well, this one failed the buy side, sell side, buy side. And ES is probably even more so, right? What did it do? Took out some buy side. Right, ES? We got some pre-market buy side, then we took out pre-market sell side, then we took out new high of day here. New high of day again. It did sweep new high of day into this hourly fair value gap. Kind of pretty much the only thing that's kind of interesting about ES there. If you're bearish, then I would look for then like a shift, but the structure makes it hard to do that. There's not really even displacements below swing lows. Not even on the 1, so. Pretty much looking like seek and destroy day. We just keep coming back into the middle. So it's like this, honestly. You gotta stay disciplined. Not chase any price. Like, imagine the people who chase price here. It's crazy. And what was the other thing? Like, potentially days like this, like it cleans up after 11. Or like 11:30. Whatever, after 11. So like I'll let it accumulate and do its thing. But you're not gonna entice me into anything, especially when it looks like this ugly. No thanks. pretty ugly. And he tried to have that displacement there, and then I said it should respect that. It didn't. I had that little retracement, just slowly dropping lower and lower. I said that this could definitely get taken out. I think it probably did. Yep. Yeah, I don't even have like a bias. That's the thing. It's like if I had a clear drawn liquidity on the upside, had a bias, then we're gonna go higher. Then I'd be more inclined to maybe look for an OTE entry or something more on the bull side, but I don't. I straight up don't. Because the 4 hour is still bearish. For the downside, I don't know. For the downside, I'm waiting. Yeah, you could potentially have this 5-minute play out on ES. I don't know. Reached up into an hourly fair value gap. We'll see if it ends up giving you a change in state delivery. That would be nice. And I wouldn't feel FOMO at all if it actually starts dumping. That'd be great. But I'm not going to get involved if it doesn't, because it could continue to just wick. And wick's doing damage and such. I would like it to dump below this. That would be nice. Take out the 10 a.m. low. That'd be kind of sick. With a displacement, even better, Yeah, it would be nice. Also invert this. That'd be nice. I wouldn't feel FOMO. But yeah, indices, they're somewhat in sync, I think, now, right? But it's in sync being seek and destroy. So you do have like a divergence there where ES took out these highs. You have a slight divergence like on the 5 or 15 probably. Yeah. The 15. And the hourly pretty much actually. So that's a decent potential idea forming on shorting on bearishness, right? There's a divergence. I mean, and then ES just create an inversion. So it's a potential start of a market structure shift lower. If it confirms this change of state and delivery, I'd definitely be interested in shorting more. So let's see. So far, it looks good. Took out that 10 a.m. low. So can you imagine? Oh man, we just completely took out that huge 150 point candle to the upside. And to take it out took a while for it to get taken out, right? So it took another 20 minutes. I really want to see how this 5-minute candle closes. I need it to close below. I don't need this pre-market low anymore. Would like it to close below this. If it doesn't, then I'm anticipating more seek and destroy. Ew, how is that my default? No, it's not looking like it is. This is straight up seek and destroy. So I think my best bet's probably to wait until after 11. This is clearly way different than yesterday's action. You got to study today's action versus yesterday's action, okay? Yesterday's action, we still had a weekly level. We actually had a manipulation. SMTs, we had divergences, both ES and NQ on like before the open and then at the open again. And then we had clear displacements below lows. ES at least. NQ was a little bit structurally different in the morning. It was pretty much looking like this in the morning for NQ. Yeah, I don't love this. What's a 15 look like? It closed right above the low. There's 5 minutes left in the 15-minute candle, so, you know, there's potential still. Maybe it starts dumping now. Time will tell. Okay. The tiny text. Okay. To me, it really just looks like we've been accumulating above and below November lows. This is the 15. This is the 15-minute candle that took that liquidity from here. That's why I want to see it close below it, at least. This next 15, but it doesn't really look like it. We'll see. There's 3 minutes left. You know, people that are bearish, particularly bearish, they're like already in a trade, anticipating it. But I'm good for now because I think that, you know, today's day is very kind of wonky, and I'm kind of neutral. Rather there be confirmation. Like I said, I think that today could be a inside day, and it really is so far. Although it is a heavy inside day. Kind of interesting on the 4 hour. We had like that huge dump from 6 to 10, and then 10, that huge manipulation. But it just reached up 150 points. I'm just looking at this 4 hour. Kind of a wild. Right? I don't really love it. I don't love the first 30 minutes of this 4 hour candle. It's just leaving this huge wick. This is the hourly. On the 15, it's not confirming in the next 30 seconds, but see how that closes. Not really convincing me. Yeah, it closed on the 15 here. Pretty strong reversal candle. What you do want to see is like more expansion. Can retrace up to 50% of this, but you have to think about where 830 is. 930. I do like how close they are on ES. Each other. Not really getting closures below lows though. So that means it could retrace to this fair value gap, for example, this BPR. Again, where are you aiming for? It's a tough, I guess then, yeah, previous day low, but it is remaining heavy. Oh, if you shorten the BPR, that to new low day is the 1R. I do like that I didn't really hit new low day yet. I'm just kind of looking at that to see how much would I have to risk if I were to take that. I could risk 8 micros. No, I'll take less than that. Okay, I could risk like 4 micros. Just even to new low day would be decent. I got to there. I am noticing though there is a tiny FEG there on the 5, and it would have been better if this on the 1 created a 1 minute order block there. Then I'd kind of feel way better about like taking a potential short there and then stop here because of the 830, 930. But there it wasn't, so isn't really my favorite I think I'll probably end up trying this. Let me think about this. The 4-hour. If it retraces. And if I'm thinking it's high resistance liquidity, I would be fine with taking a 1R today. So, yeah, that's my ideas for today. Where's the midpoint of this? It's around the midpoint. Still kind of debating whether or not to take this because of all the divergences. I don't even think I want to even take 4 micros if I take it. I'll probably take 3. Just like, this is the type of action you don't want to risk too much in. There's literally like no speed. Unless it's in the middle of this range, I don't really even like that. But if I get filled, I'll let you guys know. But I do have a limit in. I'm literally trying to see if I could get filled. Okay, I just got filled there. This could take a while. I'll have an alert if NQ takes this out. It's gonna take a while because I'm taking this on the 5-minute. Also, I'm well aware it's like seek and destroy high resistance, so it can retrace really deeply. I have my stop at this swing high, and I have tiny sizing. So far, I think I was in drawdown for like 1 minute or so. But again, I'm entering based on the 5, so I don't want to micromanage on the 1. See here. Even a 1-to-1 would be fine for me, just saying. Like, this is the circumstances where I'm like, okay, I'd actually be fine with a 1-to-1. And I'm okay with taking this risk because of this divergence in this higher time frame zone. I think that this is a intermediate term high that shouldn't get purged. If it does, then we end up like displacing, then that's probably a change in the market structure. So far I was in drawdown for like 1 minute or so, 2. 1 minute, pretty much. 2 or 3. Now I'm around break even-ish. This is a 1.2R, and to here, because I entered at 50%, that's a 1-to-1. On a day like today, I'd be fine with taking a 1-to-1, just saying. You gotta take what you can get sometimes. So we'll see. It really depends. If we just start like pausing here, I will absolutely just take my profit. So I'm gonna be quick about it. But that's a nice reaction so far. Actually quicker than I anticipated, so. I think what's best for me here is not to just put I want to see the reaction. If it potentially does end up just breaking lower quickly, then, I'd rather it hold for more, but it really depends on how it looks in the next few minutes and how it reacts to this. So I don't want to just limit my TP if I'm right. And I could still be wrong. I'm also preparing for the fact it could potentially still stop me out. So why you keep your risk managed. Right now I'm back to break-even-ish. I'm just gonna wait. We'll see. It really depends on how this ends up going the next 5 minutes or 10. We're gonna have quick candles to the downside, or are we gonna have just like slow, mediocre grind? You know? If you're entering on the 5, which I am, I'm really not gonna micromanage on the 1, you know? That could just give you more anxiety. Okay? And now if I'm entering on the 5, I'm also like, okay, it could take an hour. This could take an hour to play out because you're entering on a higher time frame, excuse me. Previous day low, that would literally be a 2.4R, even just with that wide stop, you know? This is a 1R. This is 1.2. I'm just gonna let the price action sort of dictate what's gonna happen. Stop's gonna stay up there, the swing high. I like that SMT. Yeah. What do we have today on the heat map? I'm pretty much break even on this trade at the moment. Let me put the focus on so it's bigger. Oh, okay. See this. Yeah. Kind of like that I took ES short. I just feel like that's a safe high. NQ is always known to potentially run up more, but you know, structurally, I think that's if we're bearish, then that's a safe high. And I'm looking at the heat map where, you know, there's more sectors that are red in the S&P. I think it's sweet time today. Now I'm in drawdown a little bit. Still dug up a little bit there. Still not too. I'm very chill in this trade right now. Like, that's what I like right now. I'm very chill. No matter what happens, doesn't matter because it's like not risking too much. The next 4-hour candle, 2 p.m., right? Okay. We're just dilly-dallying in the middle of the range, seek and destroy. Break even on the trade again. Yeah, on NQ, where's 50% of this? Here. Yeah, also in this fair value gap. Very similar trade. Literally the same trade. What would that be like on NQ? Yeah, literally have to take like 2 micros. Same thing, like 1.2R to the new low day. Cool. But anyway, I'm trying to stay focused here to see, as it is dropping lower, I'm reminding myself I want to see what the reaction is. Honestly, this trade has been pretty stress-free. It was maybe in drawdown for a couple minutes, so far it is looking like it's the right trade. And I'm pretty happy I waited for a retracement. Don't want to be just FOMO shorting here, you know, on a day like this. So you can destroy? No. Anyway, I'm watching this reaction. Let's see. There was no, by the way, this never confirmed on the 15 for NQ, but yeah, I'll be watching the NQ reaction here too. I do like if it's heading lower. I do think that like this could hit, this could hit. This is the midpoint. It paused here at the midpoint before. A lot of times, if it's going to take out that, then it's going to take out this too. Because this is stacked. This is engineered liquidity. Anyway, let's watch. It's been probably like 10 minutes. 15 minutes since I entered, right? I entered on this candle. Yeah. It's been 12 minutes. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Like I said, I'm totally okay with taking a 1 hour if it starts just to pause there. I do not want to hold another retracement, especially in like a seek and destroy type environment. So I'm watching to see what the reaction would be here. I don't care about that anymore. Okay. So this is the intermediate term high. I said it should not have gone breached. It didn't. So now it's definitely an intermediate term high. We have a swing short-term high to the right and to the left of it. Now you're looking for this short-term low to get broken and this intermediate term low to get broken for more further downside. I deal with displacements, and then I'd be like, okay, this is chill. But if it just starts wicking, I'm getting out. Definitely not such a. It's like a decent move lower. It's not so fast. It's actually pretty fast. It's not too bad. I thought it'd be slower. Not too bad. Yeah. I didn't want to micromanage, but I just wanted to see. Oh yeah, it's rough NQ. I was just looking at how that's a 5-minute point of interest, but if it's a 5-minute point of interest, like in the middle of the range, and you switch to 30, it's going to be harder. So I'm holding this. I like how I entered. Pretty much creeping back to my break even. Taking a while. I'll let it. Take your time. The 15 minutes is a straight up barcode with huge body candles, which is just hilarious. I think that's hilarious. Can't help myself. This could literally take an hour or 2 hours. I'll see. My strategy is probably gonna be like, if at 2, at 1, 11:30. I'll see where we're at 11:30. Can't help myself, love you and nobody else. How many people are watching right now? I wonder. Hit that like button. 2,700 people. Wonder what's going to happen, you guys. Vote. What do you think is going to happen? Will it get stopped out, or will it take profit? I think it's more likely I do, obviously, because I'm in the paid trade. I do think it's more likely that it goes here first. Really depends on the reaction whether then it'll go take that out. So I'm not going to put my limit here because I don't want to potentially limit my gains. Can't help myself. This is potentially like one of the slowest days, though. I anticipated. it. Don't complain about stormy weather when you're flying in the Bermuda Triangle, right? Which is NFP week. That's what ICT said last NFP week when I was complaining so much about how long it was taking, and I was like, I'm gonna die. It was so funny. I had way less patience. And then he said that, and I was like, you know what? You're true. That's so true. Like, I anticipated it slower or more erratic action because we hit weekly liquidity levels. And it's NFP week and it's a Wednesday, and we had some erratic morning so far, right? We had that 10 a.m. news just completely skyrocket, 150 points in 1 minute. Then we took it out. I'm more interested in shorting because of the 4-hour being bearish and then the SMTs there. We had to change the state of delivery or retracement. So that's the idea. If it doesn't work out, I don't really mind. It's creeping back up into this BPR. Wouldn't really love if it starts displacing over these short-term highs, but I'm staying in the trade. It's a 5-minute idea. I'm just in slight drawdown for like 1 minute. I'm good. If it wants to hang out, slowly grind lower, I don't care. If it wants to take me out, I don't care. If it wants to retrace into halfway of this wick, I don't care either. Like, my stop's the top of the wick. So just watch. This 15-minute candle is literally inside the last one. Nothing has happened in the last 15 minutes. Also an NQ as well. So let's see. Reached up. Now I'm back in profit. I was only in drawdown for like 1 minute there. Slightly. Yeah, just gonna wait it out. Be pretty happy with myself and in the patience and being able to analyze in this barcode. Sometimes after 11, that's, like I said, I kind of anticipated start with the move after 11. It's 11 right now, so let's see. Sometimes when you have seek and destroy in the morning like this, 11 or after 11:30 is really when we start the move. We'll see. We did not make another swing high there, by the way. So now let's start seeing like swing lows get taken out, right? Ideally, we close below all this. Like, this is all generated liquidity now. Ideally, we start distributing. Looks good. How long am I in this trade for? Probably like 20 minutes, right? Can't help myself. Well, kind of nice. It looks like these are the bigger candles in a while. Anyway, I got filled in this candle. I'm in this trade for 23 minutes. Let's see it start to flush here. It'll be disappointing if it just wicks this and then comes back again. I'd anticipate this all to get taken. Yeah, there's still 3 minutes left in this candle too, so. What's crazy is that the Dow is not even dropped. Like, I need the Dow to start dropping too. Like, could the Dow take out the 9:30 open too? Be nice. Can't help myself. Yeah, I'm sure people that are trading the 1 minute or the 30-second today, I don't know. This is definitely much harder structure to read. So, these types of days I like to go to a 5. Way chiller. And when in doubt, pull out your fib and just short in premium of it, 50%. All right, let's start to see. I want to see continuation now. It's 11. So I would think it starts distributing. What's the range on the day so far? On ES, it is 75. It's quite large. But like, what is that for ATR? ATR has been 111. Okay. If it's previous low day, it's a range of 90 points. That's possible. But I do think today is like a potential lower range day. Anyway, we're starting to distribute. I'm watching this. Watching these reactions. Looks good. Ideally, this has displacements below the lows, then I'll definitely hold for this, and I'll put my stop break even. But I'll take partials because, like I said, I'm happy with just 1 hour on a day like today. I don't want it. And yeah, on a day like today, I put my stop break even after 1 hour because it's really not worth it then if it's not gonna if it's gonna be like that, you know? Pause before this, but I kind of like that. Probably gonna take it out. Creating equal lows, more liquidity. This is so boring. It's not that boring. It's nice that I have barely in drawdown. So there's 9 minutes left in that. In this candle, I do anticipate this one to start distributing. Yeah. Let's just be patient. And the Dow is starting to drop. I want to flush through this and this at the same time in the same candle. And this 5 minute or the next one, I don't really care. Ideally in this 15-minute candle, right? Yeah, it would be weird otherwise, right? That'd be really weird. So by 11:30, it should be in this area. Will she or won't she? Which what is that? Like, is that Beethoven's fourth or Beethoven's fifth? Why not put yourself break even and re-enter higher? That's kind of funny. Whoever said that, you wouldn't even get. Someone says, bear trap. Guess we'll find out. I like how this looks. Near the Dow going lower too. This is fake support. It's been fake support. Let's see it get taken out, you know? How many likes? Only 487 likes, but there's 2,600 people watching. Hit the like button. Here we are. See it flush. See this? I want it to flush into here too. And stop is break even now, by the way. I think he's not even near this low. So we're pausing here. See this next 40 seconds. We just have 5 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. But that's 1R right now. And Q is starting to bleed lower too. Let's see how this candle closes here. I don't love the wick, so I'm gonna take 2 off the table. It's 1R taken. Pay myself for my for the patience. And stop strike even on the rest. Like I said, I'm happy enough to take a 1R in these kinds of conditions. I'd rather have a nice flush there, but we'll see. I'll wait until the 15-minute candle. If there's a nice flush, then I'll hold it for here. Where is it? 744. Okay. It is flushing. That's 1.2R, by the way, and that was our original first target. I'm definitely watching this to see if NQ is going to follow suit. I don't want SMTs here. It wouldn't make sense. We have one at the high. Okay. Well, that's a nice Speed Gonzalez look right there. Oh, that's looking good. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to move my stop to 5 points in profit. Obviously, I don't want it to come back up above this candle on the 15. I think we're distributing. Yeah. This should be left open. NQ new low of day. Nice. Very nice. Lots of patience there today. Hit the like button. What are we up right now here? 1.6R. Bum, 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 bum. Beethoven's what? What is that? Which one? Castile, let me know which one it is for which Beethoven. The hourly. And the 4-hour. Yep, I think we should continue distributing lower. So, chilling. Stops in profit. Really not much else to do there. This 15-minute candle, though, let's see. I think it's okay. 11:14. Okay, nice. Nice closure below. Looks good for more downside. Hodling. I'm gonna hodl the rest. But pretty cool, I got 30 points on ES there. That's just about, I don't know, not panicking. That's basically it. Staying calm. How do you stay calm? If you're not comfortable trading the conditions so much, then just don't trade, or just lower your sizing, like I did. I don't love the huge stop added do, but hey, it worked out, and I took just smaller sizing to account for that, and that's it. Dun 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 dun. See, the Dow also took that low. Yeah, like I said, after 11, many times it starts to distribute. I'm being mindful. Don't want to overstay my welcome here. So I don't want to. I want to continue distributing. I'm not going to really hang around if it starts retracing more. But looks good. It's following order flow. Bum 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 bum. We're in distribution. This whole thing with the intermediate term high and SMT, that's episode 12 of ICT 2022 mentorship, okay? And that takes time to understand, to grasp that material. I had to watch that a couple times, a few times, and also just practice it and gain the screen time experience. That's it. Cool. I mean, it looks good. Bum, 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 bum. Now that it worked out basically to my first target, there's a bunch of people that dropped off. That's funny. I'm holding it because there's potential here, you know? Yeah, there's potential here to go to the slow, to go further lower. It didn't really pause at the CE, you know? And I was noticing when we were dropping off again, we were pretty heavy around this area. So actually I shorted above this, which is nice. Nice. I deadass showed, even before I had my limits in, I showed that too. Pretty chill day, you know? Pretty chill day. Can't complain. I watched a reaction there. To be honest, I wanted it within that candle. I could have waited for the 15, but whatever, it's fine. It's flushing, so that's why I'm holding for more. There was a nice flush below that. We're following order flow, the downside there. So I'm not going to limit my gains. Let the runners run, you know? It's good practice. Even if you're going to practice just 1 micro, it's good practice. Like, that adds to your P&L. And then later on, if you're practicing that and you when you have larger sizing, it's really going to pay off more, you know? Yeah. So let's see. See how the next 15-minute candle goes. I like more distribution, especially we just came so close to here. I like that NQ did not take that new low day yet. Like, I don't want more SMTs. I want another heavy candle there. Otherwise, I might just end up. Well, it'll be 11:30. It'll be fine. Bom, 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 bom. Don't really want it to reach up again in here. Otherwise, I'll probably end up just taking my profits. Because we're in distribution mode. Let the next 5-minute candle do its thing. If it reaches up above this, then I'll probably end up taking it off. But I anticipate the next 5-minute candle to be lower. We've been holding. This is a nice immediate rebalance. I want this 15 to flush lower than this one. Don't want it to start pausing now, then I'll probably be out because I don't want to hold more. Been in the trade for like an hour and a half probably. From here to here. Oh, only at 46 minutes. Feels for much longer. Okay. Alright, like for the moment it's been heavy, so that's nice. Bum, 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 bum. Yep. We start crossing back over. I'm gonna cut. Let's see. Looks good so far. I want this candle to distribute lower. Damn, that was nice. Nice rejection. Bum, 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 bum. Can we get a flush? Really, I don't want to overstay my welcome, so I'm being careful. Dun, 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 dun. I already hit my first target, so. It is nice though. Notice how after 11 really just started the distribution straight up. Look at that candle. I think it was like legit at 11. Was it 10:59? The 10:59 candle. And this is nice. It is distributing lower. Let's go. And there's 3 minutes left. There's plenty of time left in that candle. Nice. I will be trailing it aggressively. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to trail it to where my first target is because I want this 15-minute candle to be distributing. So I'll be trailing it down there. Like, I don't really care if I end up getting stopped out because I don't want to hold on a retracement. And that will be literally my first target, so it doesn't even matter. But this is the opening of the 15-minute candle. So I don't want it to retrace back to it. That makes sense. Yeah, there's 2 minutes left in that. Yeah, let's see. I want this 5 to distribute lower. If it doesn't, I don't care. Kind of funny, neither NQ or ES has hit that low yet. It's 11:30. Totally fine if it ends up retracing to here. That was my initial target anyway. So let's see. Let's see. This did not want to distribute anyway, so. Yep. MES did retrace, so I'm out. Okay. It's 11:30. We had a nice drop from 11 to 11:30. I'm very happy with my trading today. Stayed super patient. And that's all. I guess it didn't really. Oh, it did. Yeah, I tapped it again. But nah, I wanted it to start distributing there. I don't love this 15 here. I don't really care if what it ends up doing. I'll take a look later. But cheers. I think today's I'm really happy with how I did. I basically followed my protocol for high resistance conditions, how to trade in high resistance conditions to a T. So happy. Have a good day, everybody. And I'll see you back here. I'm going to check out structure at the end of the day, but we'll definitely be streaming on NFP Friday. In the link in the description, you could submit a question to a trader psychology coach that we'll be having on the stream at 9 a.m. on Friday morning before NFP. And he'll be taking questions from that. So if you have one, feel free to submit one there in the link in the description. And yeah, I'll see you back here on Friday. If you want to get notified when I go live, make sure to hit the little notification bell and hit subscribe. Yeah, hit the notification bell and then have notifications on for YouTube. So yeah, pretty solid day for this crazy barcode. We're able to read the structure on the higher time frame, the divergence, and use that retracement for lower prices. And that's it. Take what you can get from this market. Have a good one, everybody. Love you. See you Friday. Bye-bye.